What is going on, YouTube? Up and Adam here, and today we have another Madden 22 video. In today's video, we're going to be going over what some people call the best method for making coins in Madden, while other people call it the get method or the get a player method. Alright, so we're going to jump into it, and we're going to be going over exactly what to do with this method, explain it completely to you. I'm going to break it down using data and polls that I have made. All right, I'm going to be going over like where the profit really lies in this method, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what you should be doing with each of the cards, like if you should be selling some of them, if you should be holding some, what to do, right? And then lastly, I'm going to go over, is it worth it? Is this coin method the best in the game? Is it worth it to do with the time? Find out. All right, here we go. Let's jump into this one. But before we do that, make sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button, turn those notification bells on for more Madden content. All right, so what is the get a player method? What does this mean? I see that everywhere. Everyone's using it. What is it? It's going to be this pack right here. This pack has been in the game for a while. It has been making coins for people from since when I started playing in Madden 19. I've been making coins with the get a player packs, Madden 20, Madden 21, and now Madden 22. I'm still end up making a ton of coins. So pretty simple explanation of this method. Very, very simple in terms that probably everyone will understand. I usually spend about 100,000 coins and open as many as these as I can. So I'm going to use 100,000 coins. I'm going to open all of these. All right, just go in, open them. Every time I open them, I don't even watch the animation at this point. I pretty much just open the pack, press circle or B on Xbox. All right, go in, open as many as I can. I usually, like I said, I usually spend about 100,000 coins, which is about 200 of these packs. I'm going to show you now what to do with them. So why do people call this the best coin making method? Is because these packs cost about 500 coins, and the chance of losing out on these is it's almost impossible. I don't think it's possible to lose on these unless you are starting to exchange, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But before we do that, let me show you some of the data. Sorry, or you want to call it data, whatever you would. I don't know. Canadians call it data. I'm not sure what you call it. All right, if you're watching it, I'm Canadian. Sue me, I guess. Anyways, let me show you some of the data of my 100,000 coins worth of rips, and then you can go and we can explain a little bit of that. All right, so as you can see on the screen right here, I took all 206 pulls, so that was like a little bit over 100,000. I think it was like 101,000 or something like that. Whatever it was quite a bit. I kind of lost track a little bit of how much I was spending. So about 100,000 coins worth, 200 packs, and you can see, majority of my pulls, 45% of my pulls were these low silvers. At 93 of them, out of the 206, that was a 45%. High silvers, we got 61 of them, so 29%, almost 30. Low golds, we got 14, okay? I did not get any high golds. Like, I think 75 is the highest at the very moment that you can pull from these packs. I ended up pulling 26 low silver rookies, okay? 4 high silver rookies and 2 low gold rookies, all right? And then I got 6 power-ups. Normally I would get a little bit more, but this was the roll I got this time around. And here's what I've been selling each card for. So the way this method is the most profitable is if you sell everything on the first roll here. So whatever you roll from this, you sell it. That is how this method will be the most profitable. As soon as you start using the exchange ladder, that is when the method becomes less and less profitable unless you hit a good card, okay? And I'll talk a little bit more about exchanging, and if you want to do that, we'll talk about that towards the end, so stick around for it. But here we go. I've been selling my low silvers for about 550 coins, so I lose about 25 coins selling those. My high silvers about 600, all right? This is where the profit really lies. It's going to be like these low golds and these high golds that you can get. I was selling low golds for like 1,800 to 2,000. I put it on the lower end anyway, just so you can see. And then rookies, you can see 600 for the low ones, 650 for the higher ones, and then 1,500 for the low golds. And yeah, with power-ups, I just took the 6, and what I sold all 6 for, like the whole combination of it, like the entirety of it, and they came out to 9,000 coins. 9,000 coins for 6 power-ups that we got. However, what I did not include in this, is going to be some of the low silvers and the high silvers were selling well above the 600 and 550. I'm going to show you because I did sell them. I'll show you them in the binder here or in my bids. But you can see I spent about, it shows how much I spent, or sorry, how much I sold the stuff for, and then how much profit we made here, minus the tax and all that. We made about 25,000 or 26,000 coins off of this. 100,000 coins to make 25,000 on top of that. Not the worst. It did take a little while, but it was actually ended up being a little bit more than that, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, so we're sitting in the bind, our bids right now. My auctions I was selling. You can see I've been selling some silvers for 1,000. I look at you. Like these silvers are selling for 550. You see it, 550, 550. All right, but then you can see here there's other ones that we were selling for a little bit more as we keep going through. Some of them don't sell right away, but look, this silver right here, a 64 overall silver selling for 2,000. I didn't include that. I included they were selling for like 550. So these were profits. Some of them were really good. We sold some of the power-ups for like a good chunk of coins, okay? What do we got here? Yeah, so you saw everything that I was selling here. And I'm pretty sure I sold another silver for, yeah, another silver for 2,000. This silver, this 66 overall card, 3,800 coins. Like you can see the profit that we definitely made off of this roll was well above the 26,000 that showed on the spreadsheet. It was just really hard to average how much we actually made. So I just put like the low end, and everything else was just even more profit. So if I'm looking at it, once everything sells, I'll probably be closer to 40,000 coin profit. Whereas the profit on the spreadsheet showed about 25,000. Okay, so it is just because I didn't want to put the silvers in there just for the sake of it. All right, now let's talk about how you can, and you can see stuff is still selling. Stuff is still selling. Anyways, now let's talk a little bit about what else you can do, right? So as soon as you start going in and putting these silvers and stuff like that into the player exchange, that's when it becomes a little less profitable, because you need to put 2 low silvers to get a high silver, and they're not really selling for much. So pretty much what you're getting here, you're putting in 2 cards that you can sell for 550 to get one back that potentially could cost you only 600 to sell. So it's not really worth it if you exchange up the ladder. However, you can pull some really good power-ups, which is nice, because if you get to this run here, the 70 to 74, there's some power-ups going for like 40,000 coins. Like if you get the Deshaun Jackson Team Builder power-up, that's going for a lot. I think Fabian Moro is also going for quite a bit. So there's some possibility, but the likelihood of you getting them, not that high. So I'd rather take my coins. Again, it does take longer to sell. However, the profit is there. The profit is there, okay? So should you be doing this? Should you be exchanging for low silvers to high silvers to low golds to high golds? No, I don't think so. But I will say this. If you're trying to prep for the team diamonds that are probably coming out at some point soon, I would guess, you're most likely going to need low golds, high golds, and elites, okay, for certain teams in order to build the team diamonds. That's what it was last year and stuff like that. So I do believe they're going to be coming. Those will definitely make the market for low golds and high golds really jump up, and it might be worth it at that point to exchange. It really might be worth it, but as of right now, it is not. Until those team diamonds come in, then you can decide if you want to do that. I am personally holding a few of my golds and my low golds and high golds, just so when they do come out, I have them stacked up and ready to sell then. All right, you don't have to, if you don't have the coins and you just want to make coins now, definitely just sell everything off and you'll be fine. All right, now the last thing I want to really talk about, the method is very simple. Like I said, you go open up about like whatever you can afford. Really, like the best way to do is like go 50,000 coins or 100,000 coins at a time, just because you get a decent amount of pulls and you can sell all that stuff. It does take long, but it's still worth to sell it. All right, and now is the get a player method worth it? You can still see coins are still selling. Okay, so here is my thought process on is this worth it or not. The time that you're putting into it, and you're pretty much going to be guaranteed a profit. So yes, you can go in and snipe cards on the auction house and flip cards, probably make the same amount, probably less time. You can play head-to-head games or solo battles or games like that to earn yourself some coins for sure. However, with this, you have the chance of pulling some decent cards out of it. If you like opening packs, it is a great and safe way to make coins, right? Doesn't mean it's gonna be the fastest, but if we do get team diamonds, I think the get a player is gonna be super profitable. We found the get a player method was so profitable on Friday when the campus heroes dropped, because the campus heroes power-ups were in the 75 to 79 exchange, and if you were pulling them, you were selling them for like 200, 300, 400,000 coins. I pulled Vince Young and Derek Thomas early on, and I sold them for like combined, I think 300,000 coins or something like that. So yeah, of course it was worth it to exchange and do the get a player packs, absolutely. But then now that they took those out and they added the powers are not going for anything anymore, it's not really worth it to exchange, and the get a player packs are not as profitable right now, but they still make coins because people will overpay for low silvers, high silvers, and low golds, especially if they're on theme teams that they need to complete so they can get those added boosts for their chemistries. So there you have it. That is the get a player method explained as of right now. It can change as we go forward with different programs, and we can definitely take advantage of it. But there you have it. Get a player packs. The get a player method, the best method in the game, whatever you want to call it. That is it. I'll catch you with another video very soon. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button down below, and I'll catch you with another one very soon.